Hi, pals. So I've been wanting to do this video. Like, I wanted to do like a video to kind of show the merch that I got when I was at Savi's and Dok Ondars at Hollywood Studios. Um, but I've been home for a couple weeks, and I don't know what it is, but anytime I go on a trip, I come back home and I get sick for like a week. So it's been a couple weeks since I've been home. And then also I had problems with one of the products I bought, so I had to send it back, and I'll go over that in a second. But they got me. I bought a lot of stuff, and it's awesome. I'll show you how I have it displayed at the end of the video. I'm going to try to do this quick, but when I say that, what that means is that I'm going to get long-winded about a bunch of stuff and start rambling on and on. So I'll try to keep it brief. If I feel like I'm getting long-winded, I'll edit myself or something. But the first thing I got is, and I've shown it in one other video before, a couple of things, but this is the first thing I got right here, is the Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi lightsaber, which is my second favorite lightsaber in the whole series. Um, and obviously, it is green, as it should be. And it's very cool. Now, this comes with a display neck that makes it look like more closer to like the way that it looked in the film. But the blade doesn't fit in it. So the way that I have them displayed, I have to keep the thicker neck on it to show it off. So that's the first one. The next one is my favorite. This is the most iconic and ultimate, and it is the Vader saber. So you can, I didn't take any of the stickers off yet or anything, but I will eventually. But you can see it has the wires, the exposed wires on it, and it has a real cool emitter on it and stuff like that. So, and then it has the iconic like bubble igniter. And it sounds great. And this is definitely my favorite one. So, very cool. I picked both of these up at Dok Ondars. And actually, with this one, when I got it back to the hotel, it was a good thing I kind of checked them, because this one, like the battery acid, like was leaking in here, and it kind of destroyed the guts on it. So I took it to Disney Springs at one of the stores in Disney. I forgot the name. The Outpost, I think, is what it was called. Star Wars Outpost. I'm pretty sure it's what it's called. And I walked in and I told them what was going on, and they were freaking awesome about it. They didn't ask me any questions. I don't even think they didn't even ask me for a receipt. They're just like, okay, yep, we've had a couple problems with that and everything like that. Here's a brand new one. Let's make sure it works. And they put brand new batteries in it and sent me on my way and told me to have a magical day. So, I know that they charge out the wazoo for a lot of stuff, but their customer service is second to none, and they basically treat you like kings and queens while you're there. So, kudos to Disney for making it simple. And also, I had another problem, and it's surprisingly simple. So, I got both of those at Dok Ondars. I also got the last one I got here is the original OG Skywalker saber from A New Hope Episode 4. And you can see it's got like the ear tabs on it and the rose gold buttons and everything like that. And it's got the Graflex grip on it, just like the Vader one does and everything. So I realize these are all from the original three OG trilogy, which I'm an OG trilogy, the original trilogy guy. I saw every one of them when they came out in the theater. If I remember correctly, first weekend they were out. So, but these are the ones I got. And then the final one is my Savi saber, which I think I showed this off. It was from the Power and Control group. You can see you get to choose this part, these parts, this part, and this part. and then you get to choose the color of the crystal. Now, these, you know what? I never ignited this one, did I? So obviously, we all know what color this is. The original Skywalker one is blue. So there's that one. Now, all of these, they're called Legacy Sabers, and these are all those colors. Like the Vader one will always be red. You can't change it out or anything like that. On the Savi Sabers, you can open this up, and you can put any crystal you want to in it to make it any color you want. When I built this, it was red. I originally did a red crystal. But on my display, I wanted some variance in color, and I already had the Vader one. So I switched this one out to a white crystal so that it's a white blade. So I just have a little bit of variance in the way they're displayed. So those are my lightsabers. Those are the ones I got, and they're all pretty killer. And I got blades. I got 36-inch blades for the Legacy Sabers, and then the Savi's saber comes with a 32-inch blade. So very cool. I think they're awesome. I was asked at one point, well, did you get anything from like the prequel trilogy or from the final trilogy? And no, I didn't. If I was to get any from those, from the prequel, it's pretty simple. If I get one from the prequel, it's going to be Darth Maul's. Maybe Qui-Gon. So definitely Darth Maul. If I got one from the final 3 movies, the final trilogy, I would say that the obvious one would be Kylo Ren's. And then secondarily, probably Rey's. Those are the only ones. Like, there's a lot of them out. There's like the Temple Guard. There's, Plo Koon. There's just so many just random. There's Darth Sidious. There's like 3 Ben Kenobis. There's a Leia Skywalker. So, I mean, there's a ton of them out there that you can buy. I wanted these 3 legacies because they're iconic. Like, what's more iconic than the very first one that's ever been on the screen, or the first time we saw a green saber, or Darth Vader's saber? Those are the ones that actually meant something to me. The other ones are cool. Darth Maul's is very cool. Kylo Ren's is really cool. You know what? I'm getting wordy. I'm going to edit myself. So anyway, those are the sabers I got. Let's move on. All right, I wanted to show these real quick too. So these are the actual boxes that the sabers come in. Now on the Legacy sabers, all you get is the hilt. So they don't come with blades. You have to buy a blade. So the blades cost about $50 a piece. The hilts kind of vary. They're in between 100 and 200 or something like that. So, but these are all basically the same. They open up, and like on this one, there's like a little storage spot in the bottom that has the display emitter, so that you can put it on the Return of the Jedi one and display it. So, but again, I have mine kind of on display, hanging on the wall, so that doesn't really work for me. So then the Vader one came in this one. It just has a different symbol on it. Same stuff inside, except there's no extra emitter. And then the original Skywalker saber came in this one. So you can see it has the Jedi symbol on it and stuff like that. So those are what they came in. So I wanted to show this kind of by itself. This is the stand that you can buy at Dok Ondars. And you can buy these separate little trays here that attach to it. And it's kind of cool because like you can see, like you take that off and the light goes out. So what they do is they just kind of like put some light behind your crystals and make them glow, so it looks really cool. And then also you can switch these lights on the side to different colors depending on how you want to display. There's the blue and purple, white, and then the red, which I keep mine on. So, and I think that's a really cool stand. So I wanted to show that separate, but I want to talk about the crystals next. Okay, so like I was saying, you can switch out the crystals on your Savi's lightsaber that you build, but you can't do it on the Legacy sabers. And here's the colors that you can get. Whoops. Guess I didn't like that one. Here's the colors you can get. And you can see, so you got green, red, purple, blue, yellow, and white. So you can see I have 2 greens and 2 reds. There's a reason for that, and I'll explain the reason here in a second when I show you this other product. But here's the crystals. These are Series 1 crystals. So I was there like May the 4th. So for the May the 4th be with you. But I didn't go to the park because I knew it'd be crazy. I knew that it would be like an aggravation to get into the stores and buy anything and everything like that. And really, to be honest with you, it didn't really matter that much to me. Like they weren't doing really anything else at the park except for selling more shit. So what I did on May the 4th is they released, so that was the Series 2 crystals. They released the Series, I'm sorry, those are the Series 1s. They released the Series 2s also, which you can see is different packaging. And what they do is they do the exact same thing that the Series 1s do in the lightsabers. So let me tell you, I bought an entire another set of the Series 2. And there's a reason I did. Really, the only reason I got every color for the on the Series 1 crystals is just so I could display them. And I thought it was cool in that those trays that light up that I showed you just a second ago. So there's the crystals. Let me explain what they do in another product, and then you'll understand why I got another set. So let me get on to that. Okay, so the next thing that I bought at Dok Ondars is this right here, which is a Jedi Holocron, and this right here, which is a Sith Holocron. Okay, and they're very cool because, like, you flip them around and turn it on like so. And this one glows blue. This is the Jedi one. And then, let me turn this one off. And then this is the Sith Holocron right here. And these are very neat, okay? And like each one has a default voice. Like this one, do you know who it is? So that right there, the default voice on the Series 1, yeah, there's the Series 2. They came out with those on May 4th also. Holocrons that's Darth Bane, who like is one of the characters introduced, or not even really characters, but he was talked about and introduced on the Clone Wars, the TV series. So not in any movies or anything like that. The voice in the Series 1 Jedi.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So he just flat out tells you it's Obi-Wan.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen, with the dark shadow of the Empire rising to take their place.
So that's just the default voice that goes in both of those. And what I mean by default voice is that in both of these, there's a little tray, for instance, on the Sith ones right there, that you can put the crystals in, and you get different voices. So, like, on the green one, you might get Luke Skywalker. On the yellow one, you might get Rey Skywalker. Blue, you might get Obi-Wan. Purple, you might get Mace Windu. White, you get... I'm trying to remember. Ola Jarrini, I think. I can't remember. Maz Kanata, maybe? I think Maz Kanata. Oh, you know who you can definitely get is Ahsoka Tano. And then the red, you can get like Vader or Maul or something like that. Darth Sidious. I think there's a crystal that you can get Lord Tyrannus, which was oh my god, I can't remember. But anyway, you get the idea. You can put different crystals in here and they make different noises. This one you can put the red ones in and you get different voices. If you put any like the Jedi blue, red, green, or blue, green, yellow, purple, whatever in there, you get like Darth Sidious basically saying you're now mine or whatever. So same goes with this one. There's a little drawer right there that you can slide them into and you get different voices. So yes, you can use Series 1 or Series 2 with the original Series 1 Holocrons. But, of course, true Disney style, they came out with these on May the 4th also, which is the Series 2, that really, there's no difference besides the way that they look and the difference that they do with the Series 2 crystals. So your Series 2 crystals with these would be like my purple one has General Grievous. But if I put them in the Series 1, it's Mace Windu. So it has different voices. The Series 2 has different voices if you go from the Series 1 Holocrons to the Series 2. I'm not going to play like all these and like show you what they sound like and do all that good stuff because there's 1,000 more videos out there that do a better job than I do that can explain like lore and history and what each voice is and everything like that. These are cool. They are fun. The default voices are different on these. For instance, this one.
The Force can be a trickle, a stream, a river, a flood. For anyone who can sense it.
Luke Skywalker. So it's sometimes they can be a little touchy too. So you gotta find the exact spots to squeeze.
Think of yourself as a door. The wider you open, the more easily the Force flows through you. Some people start out with their door a bit more open, but any door can open wide.
So that's your default voice on that. And again, it has a drawer where you can put the crystals in and make different noises. This one right here is my favorite. I think this is the coolest looking one, the Series 2 Sith one, and I much prefer the basic voice that it has on this one.
Pain, loss, anger. These are not distractions to be discarded, as the Jedi taught, but tools to be grasped. Learn to use them, and the power of the dark side will be yours to command.
So it's Vader, obviously, and I think it's just freaking awesome. Plus, I think this one just looks the absolute best. So, those are the Series 2. Now, I told you before, with the crystals, that there's a difference between this one and this one besides just the top. So the silver top, just the regular crystal, you put it in the lightsaber, it does the green, but it has some different voices. This one with the copper top is what they call a Force guidance crystal, and what it is the green one has Yoda, and the best way to explain it, I heard somebody else explain it this way, is it's a magic 8-ball crystal. So basically you put it into either the Holocrons, and you ask it questions, and Yoda may say, the answer, I know not, or, he says like Yoda-isms for yes and no and maybe and all that good stuff that the old Magic 8-Ball used to do. So you can see Yoda right there on the packaging. So that is on the red one, or the green one. The red one is the exact same thing, but now this one is a Vader voice, like 8-ball thing. You know, they call it Force activate. I forgot what I just called it. But Vader will answer your questions. So that's the difference between the gold tops and the silver tops in the Series 1 crystals. So is there a gold top on the Series 2? I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because on this one, they're all black tops. So I don't think there's any force guidance crystals in the Series 2. But I don't know for sure. Just so you know, too, there's chase crystals. So, for instance, with the Series 1, there are 17 voices. In order to get the 17 voices, you have to have 17 different crystals. In order to get those 17 different crystals, you probably have to buy 50 of them because, you know, you got to get the ones, and they're blind. Like when you open them, you don't know what you get until you open them. Okay? Same with the Series 2. There's 18 voices. I'm not going to chase a bunch of crystals for voices and things like that. I wanted these so I could display them and swap out the Savi's crystal if I wanted to. I like the voices and everything like that, but I wasn't going to chase a bunch of crystals just to get all the voices. It's just kind of silly to me. So those are the Holocrons. The next thing I'm going to show you is probably the coolest thing that you can do with the crystals. That I find the most interesting. Okay, so the last thing I got at Dok Ondars came in this box right here. I don't know if you guys can tell what this was, but this is basically like a replica of, if you remember correctly, Kylo Ren found this box on Mustafar, and inside of it was Darth Vader's Wayfinder. And the Wayfinder, so this is the Wayfinder right here. Okay, I know it looks pretty similar to like these, but these are different. Okay, where the voices in the Holocrons were to be like a character, like talking about different things, the Sith Wayfinder, okay, the way that this works is each crystal gives you a different destination. So like you might wave the green one by this, and it might talk about Dagobah. You might wave the yellow one in front of this, and it might talk about Batuu, or whatever it might be. So a red one, it might talk about like Mustafar or something like that, or Dathomir. This right here, I think, is probably one of the neatest things. All right, I'm going to turn this on. So you basically turn on, then you have this like wire lead that kind of activates the Wayfinder, okay? And the way that this works with, the crystals is that, so let me just get a blue crystal here, and so what it does is it kind of like boots itself up, and then it's going to do 10 of these little beeps. And it's basically like a star chart, trying to find something on a star chart. And it takes a little bit and everything like that. But after it does this, it's going to give us some facts about a planet or a place.
Batuu is a lost world located deep in the galaxy's unknown regions, far from any trade route and considered a myth by most explorers and historians.
So Batuu. So we know that was in the last couple movies where Luke was hiding out on that island.
Some seekers of the Force lore believe the Jedi Order was founded on Batuu, with the very first Jedi temple rising from the cliffs of a sacred island somewhere on the planet.
The voice on there, I don't know who it is. I think it's just a random person. I don't think it's supposed to be anybody.
Batuu is a moody world of stormy seas, whose scattered islands are home to herds of gentle Thala sirens, flocks of chubby porgs, and villages of bird-like Lanai.
So that's the blue one, Series 1. Series 2, again, they do different places. I'm going to do this yellow one too, just so you can see the difference and see that it changes colors to yellow. And that when it does, and it does the planet finder in yellow too. So again, that's going to happen 10 different times. Then it's going to talk about another city or another planet or whatever it might be. Now it's going to do its little fancy.
Coruscant is a planet-sized city located in the galaxy's core. It has served as the capital of galactic civilization for many thousands of years.
So Coruscant.
Coruscant has been the Jedi Order's headquarters for countless centuries. Generations of Force-sensitive infants were brought to the mighty Jedi Temple to take their first steps along the Jedi path.
So I'm not going to do any more. There's, again, videos out there that if you want to know more about this, you can look them up, and there are some guys that just do a great job of explaining everything, and they have every crystal and they go through the whole drill. I'm not doing that. So this is the Wayfinder. I think this is a pretty neat one because it just gives you facts about the different planets and stuff like that. So the one of my red ones does Mustafar, which is so, I mean, it's just cool as hell. So that's one of the other things I got there. So I want to go back to one last thing. Oh, this box right here, by the way, is a blind box. So you can either get Vader's black one, or you can get the white one that was in the throne room of the wrecked Death Star that Rey found in that throne room, and it's white, and that's Darth Sidious. So that was Palpatine's, and that's the one that Rey or Kylo Ren like crushed, so that she had to go with him to go to Exegol. So I didn't want the white one. I wanted the black one, and there's a hack that you can use to get the white one, or to get the black one or the white one, whatever you prefer. And it has something to do with the dots in the corners here. My red dot used to be a lot more prominent. I think it wore off, but like if you want the black one, these two dots that are covered by tape actually, but you can see through it. And if you have a red dot in the lower corner, that means that you got the black one. So I used that hack because I didn't want the white one. I wanted the black one because Vader's my favorite character, as I was saying before. So the difference between the two, one's white, one's black. When they sit idle after like 30 seconds or a minute or something like that, on the white one you'll hear Darth Sidious like start laughing, like his evil like laugh. On the black one you'll hear Vader start to breathe. Only difference. They all do the same thing, other than those things right there. So one thing that I did want to go back to with the Holocrons is that if you put them together, like let them touch, they do different things. So like you'll get like different voices, like this, like it's getting corrupted and stuff like that. And then that was Vader breathing on what I was just talking about. So let me show you that real quick. And again, I know this is getting longer. This is longer than I wanted to go, but I'm just going to show you this last couple things. Okay, so you can see right here I got both of these going. If you take this one, so they turn purple like they're getting corrupted, and then if you, let me see if I can do this.
I am neither Sith nor Jedi. I am much more.
So that right there is a character called the Father, again from Clone Wars. But so that does that. and then they just go back to normal. But also, different combinations of, like, if you put like this with this one or this with this one, they do different voices. So, I don't remember who this was. Let's find out.
He who can command the light will be able to control my brother.
That's the daughter, which is another character from that lore. And then I think if you put like this one with this one, it's the son. So, I'm not going to do all that. But anyway, you get the idea that they interact with each other, which is actually pretty darn cool. So that's all of those. So the last thing I want to show you is the a couple other things I got. Now these right here are from Trader Sam's, and I got these one HHN trip, and then I got this last year when my family and I went down and stayed at Sapphire Falls and did some Disney stuff. So, but I got this right here at the Cantina, Oga's Cantina, and it was a drink called the Nub Yub or something. And what it is it's kind of a recreation of the Battle of Endor. It has the TIE fighters in there, and you can see it has like the walkers and all that good stuff. And I thought that was incredibly cool, and I had to have it. It has the Death Star up there. So Return of the Jedi is my favorite movie. So I mean, I know The Empire Strikes Back is everybody's like the best one and everything. I like it. I like Return of the Jedi. I had to get all the thermal detonator Cokes. I hate Diet Coke. But I got it just because I wanted the bottle. So I got those bottles there too. And then I sniped a couple of these drink, coasters from the Cantina, because I mean they were charging me $40 or $50 a drink, so I figured I'm stealing some of these things. So these are pretty cool. They got the symbol on the back and everything. So I like those. So here's what my display looks like in the light. Here's my crystals and the boxes and the Wayfinder and all that. And then on the wall are my legacy sabers. So this is the way I display them. I'm going to do a little night shot to you so you can see what it looks like in the dark. So I'd be remiss if I didn't show this. So this is my Lego Star Wars collection right here in the first couple of shelves. Down there I got some Batman and then some Jurassic Park and Indiana Jones. I actually have a whole bunch more Star Wars ones to do, so I bought another one of these cases, which I'm going to put right here and put all my Star Wars ones in that, and start doing that. So since I filmed that last bit there, I've made some changes. I got some new pictures and stuff that I put up. I got these new posters that are basically Rise of the Resistance, and I'll show you the other ones here in a second. Collection's still the same. I got my new case all set up here. This one's just strictly like a Lego case. Star Wars Lego case. So I got that. I got some more that I'm still working on. Then the original one. And some more pictures up here. And then I got some new pictures that I got up here. And then these also, this one is the Galaxy Edge one. It has a Dok Ondars on there. And then this one right down here, Smuggler's Run. I need to make room for it or something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but so here's my current state of my office. So that's my merch haul from Dok Ondars and Savis. So I hope you liked it. I got some more stuff, but it was like stuff for my daughters and for my wife and stuff like that. So I'm not going to show all that, but hope you liked it. Again, I don't foresee myself in the near future getting any more of the sabers. I really like the ones I have. I really like the display that I have in my office. It's cool to look over and see that stuff when I'm working. So, but that's all I got. If you got any questions or anything like that, you can ask me in the comments. Again, there's so many more videos out there that are better than mine that you can watch and see really what they really offer with all that stuff. So, but anyway, hope you liked it. That's it. See you, pals.